Alright, welcome back to Mark's Cheap Eats. This time, we're making, who knows, Khachapuri, a Georgian cheese bread. And that's what we're going to try to make. So, it's a soft cheese-filled bread. It's the national dish of the country of Georgia. And part of its charm is that it differs from region to region. So, we're going to make this open-face style. Soft bread filled with cheese, and I'll see if I can't put a link to this actual recipe in the description. Just some ready-made dough, but it burst its way out of the package. Hopefully it's still good. I don't know. This is all new to me, so I'm learning with you guys. We got 3 cans of cheese. We got mozzarella. We got some feta. And we got some regatta. This is all our stuff filling ingredients. All right, we got all our filling ingredients in the bowl. It's starting to look good, and it's starting to smell good. To mix this up, we're gonna move on to the dough. Looks pretty nice. Smells good. I just tasted a little bit. Tastes good. All right, next step. Putting some flour on a plate. This is where we're gonna roll out our dough. Can't wait. Can't wait to get dough and flour all over the camera. I don't know how much dough to use, so I'm gonna start wherever I think. I don't have a rolling pin, so I'm just gonna pull this stuff out. I don't know if this is right or wrong, but it's what we're doing. Who knows? Now we gotta get some of the Italian pizza style. Get this really stretched out. All right, that's what we got. Looks pretty good. I have no idea if I'm doing this right. I'm following this little recipe, and she somehow made the edges roll up. But I don't see that happening. I've tried and tried, and they just fall right back down again. So I'm gonna put it in the oven, see what happens. All right, we're gonna let it rise for 20 minutes. It's nice and warm in here, so it should rise nicely. Order. And into the oven for 20 minutes. There we go, 20 minutes are up. This actually smells really good.
hand so much, bud.
What's up, friends? So this is the bread, and it is quite good. You can see in there red pepper. If you don't like spicy, you need to take that out. It called for 2 tablespoons of crushed red pepper seed, and it really turned this thing up. Now, me personally, I love it, but if you don't like it hot, I think you can leave those seeds out, or just cut it way down, half a teaspoon, just to spice it up. Okay, here comes our talk. Overcoming loneliness. Now, in my younger day, I was tortured by being alone. I had to sleep with the television on, just so there was some distraction from this chaos in my head. I remember this woman said, she was telling me a story, and she told me about the sound of 1,000 monkeys in the trees. This chaos in her head, and I was like, wow, I got that too. I described mine more like a terrorist training camp, you know, people running around screaming, yelling, barbed wire, explosions, screaming in languages I don't even understand. So I had this chaos in my head, and through a lot of work, a lot of self-inventory, had to figure this stuff out, and that noise is pretty much gone today. And today I can sleep in peace and quiet. I can be alone today. Loneliness is not a factor I'm afraid of, and that's why I always hung out with the wrong people, you know, when I was younger. So I just didn't want to be alone, and I always dated the wrong girls because I just wanted somebody. I was desperate to not be alone, so I wouldn't take my time and be very picky when it came to relationships. But today, I'm okay with myself. I'm okay with being alone. I use that time to basically pray. I don't know how else to say it, but I just go through my life, and I sort out the things that I'm grateful for, and I try to do a self-inventory. You know, what can I fix? What can I do to make life better, not just for me, but for everyone, you know? And I go through these things, and I try to execute them. That's not what I do with my loneliness. So this bread is good. Gotta try it. So I didn't understand any of these things. These things came to me in an awakening. That's what some people call it. Like, I just realized that I'm my own worst enemy. I do this to me. I worry about everything, and I'm not in control of anything. I described it one time as I have depression and anxiety at the same time, and that's exhausting. And I have obsessive compulsive disorder, so I obsess over every detail until I worry myself sick. And I have attention deficit disorder, so I forget all about it in a few minutes anyhow. So that's me, hotbed of mental illness. If I don't understand these things, this is just what goes on in my head. So once I started understanding these things, I was able to suppress the turmoil. It kind of went away. And the harder I work at it, the more I work at it, the more I practice, the better I get. So it goes along the lines of what I said earlier. Trying to be a good person is being a good person. Because at least I'm trying now. And one of the big things that changed me was my whole life I was worried sick. And I thought, despite all my bad choices, my drinking, drugging, I became homeless a few times, I'm still alive. I'm like, so all that worry never helped me. I still went through disasters, had good times and bad times. I don't want to make it all bad. But the worrying did not help. It only made life worse. So today I try to approach life with faith. If I'm in the right place, and I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing, when I'm doing it, then it doesn't matter what happens around me. I did all I can do. And again, that comes through, they call it prayer and meditation. You try to pray, get humble, and meditate. Figure out what's right and wrong in your own head. Do these inventories. I was always confused with what I want and what I need. And it turns out once I wrote this stuff down on paper, I realized all these things that I thought I needed, they were just wants. And the things that I actually need, the list is actually quite short. So I try to achieve those needs on a daily basis. And what do I really need? The very basic. I need rest, so I got a comfortable bed. I've always had a comfortable bed. I need nutrition. I've always had food. Even despite my horrible mismanagement, losing my job, quitting my job, all these things, I never starved to death. My point. Food has always been there. So nutrition, and I try to eat healthier foods today instead of just eating whatever's in front of me. But food has never been a problem. Good nutrition's never been a problem. And I need hygiene. I need to take care of myself. So I need to go shave my face, which I'm gonna go do in a little bit. I need to keep my teeth brushed. I need to stay showered and clean. And basically, if I cover these things, nutrition, rest, and hygiene, well, then I did all I could do for me. So now I'm taken care of. Now I can start my day and see how I can be of use to others. And that's the good feeling. Like this, putting all my needs to rest. And everything else is wants. If I want things, I'm gonna have to work for them. I'll have to save, and I'll have to know that it's worth it. So it's important to look at these things, like what's really important. You know, what do I really want? And I can take those things as they come, but I gotta fill those needs on a daily basis so I can live in peace with myself and get rid of that chaos in my head. So I hope this is a helpful talk. I'll see you next time. Bye.
A piece of cheddar. Cheddar makes everything better.
I'm gonna try with the roast beef on top. Dip it in some olive oil. Yeah, that's good.